Hello, everybody. My name is Jaden Parchment. For this discussion, I'm going to be talking about first how would how I would handle a difficult situation as a manager, where I have to lay off employees, and then I'll also talk about how organizational commitment and employee engagement impact a company's success. So, starting with the first scenario, if I were managing a publishing group and had to inform my team that they were all being laid off, that would honestly be a really tough situation, especially knowing that I'm also losing my job. In a situation like that, managing my emotions would be extremely important so I can stay professional and support my team. This is a very important lesson in business and running company. Keeping your composure is very important, especially having a lot of other people working under you. If you don't keep your composure, then the rest of your employees will follow along and not keep their composure as well. And that just creates a lot of dysfunction in the workplace. So, as a leader, it's very important to be level headed and think before making decisions and think before speaking, especially to your employees. One strategy I think would be most effective in cognitive change is cognitive change, specifically reappraisal. Instead of focusing only on the negative, I would try to frame the situation in a way that helps me stay calm and focused. I like reminding myself that I need to be there for my employees and help them transition as smoothly as possible. Another strategy I would use in situation modification. For example, I would carefully plan how and when I deliver the news. I wouldn't just drop it on them randomly. I would create a respectful environment, maybe hold a meeting where I can clearly explain the situation and answer questions, and provide any resources that might help them moving forward. Attention deployment is also important. I would try to focus my attention on what I can control, like communicating clearly and being supportive, instead of focusing too much on my own stress or emotions in that moment. It's easy to think about yourself too much, especially in that role. However, putting yourself in other people's shoes, especially emotionally, helps a lot in terms of keeping people calm and collected. Especially in a high stress environment, you want to be able to keep the stress to a minimum, not only for you, but your employees. Uh, as for response focused strategies, suppression might be something I use, but only to a certain extent. I would need to control my emotional reactions, like not breaking down in front of the team, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to seem cold or emotionless. I think overusing suppression could actually make the situation worse because employees might feel like I don't care. So, overall, I think cognitive change and situation modification would be the most effective strategies, while heavy suppression would probably be the least effective. Now, moving on to the second prompt, organizational commitment and employee engagement. I think both of these play a huge role in the success of an organization. When employees are committed and engaged, they are more likely to work harder. They're also more likely to stay with the company, uh, which reduces turnover and saves the company time and money. Engaged employees also tend to have better attitude, which can improve teamwork and create a more positive work environment overall. That kind of environment usually leads to better performance and stronger results for the company. However, I do think there are situations where too much commitment or engagement can actually become a problem. For example, if employees are overly committed, they might overwork themselves and experience burnout. That can lead to stress, decreased performance, and even health issues. Also, if someone is too committed to the organization, they might resist change or new ideas because they're too attached to the way things have always been done. That can slow down innovation and hurt the company in the long run. So while organizational commitment and engagement are generally very positive, there are definitely needs to be balanced. Overall, I believe that understanding both emotional management and employee engagement is really important for being an effective manager.